All right, everyone, welcome back to the Legends of Sina Una. This is Defender Dan, uh, your grateful host, and we've got a bit of our party here today. For those of you that have not had any experience with the Legends of Sina Una, or as our campaign is so lovingly called, the Call of the Conch. This world setting is based around the mythos of pre-colonial Philippines and includes all of all kinds of different stories and legends from our real world today, and not just from the pre-colonial Philippines, from places as far as New Zealand, the Maori people, Samoan, Polynesians, Micronesians, all kinds of stories are going to be presented to help us all get to experience a little bit of a culture that we might not have had a chance to interact with before. That being said, I am your host, Defender Dan, and I'm excited to get to play with you guys. So let's get back to everyone. All right, everyone. Just as a reminder of our party, uh, could Femji, would you mind introducing your character and giving a brief description of them?
Yep, just give me 1 second. I play Guy, the blessed elf sorcerer, and he is roughly about 6'1", full black beard, long black hair, and is sort of on the paler side.
All right. And last Strider, would you mind introducing us to your character again?
Yes, my character is a half orc paladin who is not the biggest. He's pretty medium in stature, and he was sent on this adventure because his god wanted him to get more life experiences.
Right on, right on. It's been a little while since we last got together. Does anyone remember what happened in our last session with the three of us and want to give us a
We were on a
recap?
boat, got our ass kicked. Then at some point, we won the fight without dying. Then we ended up on an island, and that's when my brain shut off.
Perfect. Perfect. Pretty much sums up everything that happened. You got to the island known as Tilamanduk, and shortly after your fight, where we nearly lost uh, a few of us,
All of us.
yeah, all of us, we almost all died. We managed to get out and get back to this island where we were greeted by a few people as we beached our boat up on shore. And that the lead person there uh, said that they wanted to introduce us to one of the Datu, one of the tribal leaders, named. Oh, what's her name? I have the answer, I swear.
What's in a name?
I am recording. Thank you. We'll clean it up in post.
Hello? Oh, yes, cut me out. It's fine.
I have her
I wish to
name.
call you once
Yes.
by your name.
This mic is very sensitive. Thank you. uh, Babaylan Kailahon. See, I would love to have Lady Luna play with us, but perhaps.
Okay. Black.
And at that point is where we ended the last session. And where we find ourselves now. Please, please, you must meet Babylon, Babylon, Babylon Kailahon. She she travels often, but it is rare for her to be here in the village for so long. Oh, are are you okay? He questions as he sees all of us badly beaten and bloodied.
Well, we've all seen better days.
It seems it would be hard to not be in better days. Um, do you need help?
We're fine.
Okay, well, please follow. And he and the two other men will motion and begin walking into the woods that are just offshore. As you slowly ascend these wooden steps, it seems that this village is partially built up into the treetops themselves. 5, 10, 15 feet you climb as the floor falls away beneath you. You turn and look as the radiant sun gleams through the green leaves, giving everything a beautiful tinge as you pass structure after structure, somehow able to stand this high. Through winding paths that seem unconnected, yet these men seem to know right where to go. And after a few moments, you descend back to the floor in a clearing. And at one end of the clearing is a gathering of people at the mouth of a hut. What would you like to do?
I would like to uh, first wipe much of the grime and blood off face and hands as I can before approaching them.
Okay.
And asking or giving him my name, letting him know who I am, and asking who I have the honor to be speaking with.
Is there anyone there's a crowd of roughly 20
Oh,
people
okay.
here. Is there anyone, and they're all facing towards the door of the hut, which you glean from the murmurs that there is more people inside. Is there anyone specific you would like to address, or
Uh, I'd ask who here is in charge.
The native that you actually hears you. He looks at you quizzically and sees your very different attire and oozing wounds. And he points through the door and into the hut, where you can see that there is a ring of people. Another 10 people are clustered around the floor as everyone seems to be facing a woman. They give her a bit of space, and this woman seems to fall silent with whatever she's saying. And the crowd goes silent as well. She looks at the door and sees us three all standing there. She motions to come in.
I would like to approach slowly, and I want to make sure that none of my weapons look like they are in a position of hostility. So I kind of hilted my sword back and pull my shield down so it doesn't look like it's readied as I approach.
Okay. How about Kai?
Kai basically does the exact same, trying to clean himself off, clean the weapons off before following him in.
Make yourself look reasonable.
Yep. Because we were at sea for God knows how fucking long. And now we're here.
Covered in blood.
Perhaps.
Rubbed in some other things that were grabbed.
With that, Lorton, he kind of rubs around his diaphragm and pats his beard down, and wipes away some of the blood that he had missed earlier that he spat up as he was unconscious. Do we approach?
We do.
The people split to let us through. Every eye watches. Who are you? I know my people. Who are you? There's a presence in the room. A thickness. Who are you? Why do you look like this? She stands.
My name is...
Go ahead.
As she stands, I lift my head and say, my name is Rufius. Crack. And we are here off a ship that was just recently attacked. We are...
By who?
Three creatures. Looked like men. Very strong. Odd, and a few of them were very naked. They
We
attacked without prompting or warning.
we have lost a few fishing boats. We have had no one come back. You say three creatures attacked you? And as she kind of nods into the sentence, the golden hoop earrings and kind of headdress that she has on kind of clings and clangs together. You get a better look at her in the firelight that's in in this hut, and through the flickering flames, you see that she is wearing a set of what seem to be I don't know the Filipino word for it, but in Samoan, the word is a lava lava, where it's essentially kind of like a skirt that's not closed, but you can tie it around itself. This skirt that she's
Oh,
wearing has every color you could possibly imagine. She wears a black cape with feathers sprawled around the neck, and seems. You kind of get a feeling of, like, if you were to reference her to an animal, it would be uh, kind of like kind of like a toucan. You say three creatures attacked. Or was it men?
They had the shape of men, but the way that they brutally attacked us, we could call them men or savages.
How long ago did you leave? She asks as she squints her eyes in your direction. Someone want to roll
that
history for me?
I can.
Okay.
I think I know history. Fuck it. Some nights ago.
Yeah, your memory is still pretty hazed up by the fog. So,
The fog that may be dick shaped. We will never know.
uh, Lorton will take a knee, and as he says, Babaylon, it's. I believe it's been about 2 months we sailed. The oceans were not friendly. But we are here. 2 months. That's when the first of our ships was lost. Hmm. She sits back into her chair, and can you both roll perception for me?
Not one.
19.
On a 19. Okay. Um. Kai, your mind is still clouded with the fog that was surrounding you and the visions that you had. Or were they visions? Strider with a 19. You notice that as she sits, a dimness flits about the room, and a slight breeze manages to caress your face as this shadow moves. Almost imperceptible. She turns to the dwarf. Where you come from? Where you left? Were there anomalies? Well,
Anomalies.
we were not in my native lands, but there had been rumors of strange things. She sits back and turns to both of you. You seem a very strange pairing. Why are you here?
My god has sent me. I do
Okay.
not know where I wander, but it is the will of my god.
Give me a second, I wrote it down somewhere. I lost
Oh.
it. Fuck.
You're okay.
Why didn't I write this down?
I lost my paperwork.
I lost my digital paperwork. How the fuck did I lose it?
It's in our DMs.
No, I
Unless
did.
there's more. Unless there's more than what you told me. Roll history again? Nah.
Bet.
One.
Oh no! Oh
Shit.
no! I'm just now remembering Kai's statting. Oh my god. Okay.
That was two ones in a row.
I know.
Oh no.
We need to go take a long break after this. A long rest.
Does Kai have dementia?
You're just like stumbling around and just like saying random shit inside this hut.
Well,
You hold your
today, no
tongue.
one asked me these. And
You hold your tongue. Why?
I cannot remember.
between when we left And now I forgot why I set out, and I don't think there is, or never was, a purpose for me leaving.
I do not believe it.
Neither do I.
Please forgive her. She's taken a few dicks and hits to the head.
Ty's
Or him.
pronouns are he, him. He is very much a man.
Yes. He has taken quite a beating.
The tension in the room builds as she straightens up in her chair. The,
This is where we die.
the fire is starting to seem unbearingly hot. The air thick with the silence as 20 sets of eyes watch you. I do not believe you. Your time of having left wherever it is you come from is too convenient. And at that moment, one of the men who came with you and guided you here enters and approaches her. Babylon, the words they speak are true. There was a body on their boat. Some of the men are bringing it here as we speak. She looks at him and nods. We shall see if you are telling the truth or not. And for your own sakes, I hope you did share truth. And after a few moments of her almost trying to read your souls, there's a crackle in the fire. And the tension begins to lift as she stands and walks through you and the people out the door as two more men are descending the treetops with the body of, oh, what's his name? I don't remember. The barbarian. Livingston, I think, was his name.
Yep, that's the one I grabbed the dick of and
Yep.
twisted.
That's the one. And you barely see the blue of his body. before each of you feel that shadow move and physically push past you as she walks out the door. What do you guys do?
I follow her out of the hut.
Yep.
You and
Like a
everyone
safe
else.
distance.
You and everyone else.
And also,
Okay.
I turned to my companions and asked if they felt the presence of that shadow.
You mean
Yes. I felt it push.
so it wasn't just me?
No. I saw it moving around the room when she was talking to us. I don't know what it is. Can't be good.
The men drop the body in front of her and in front of the group of about, what, 20, 25 of you now? She steps over it, examining. She reaches out a hand, about chest height, and with a quiet whisper, a giant with a quiet whisper, the shadows coil into the form of a giant snake. You figure if it was stretched out, it would be roughly 15 feet long and about 3.5 feet thick. So,
At this time, I want to slowly put my hand on the hilt of my sword behind my shield.
Okay.
If I die, I die.
If I
Lorton's gonna take in a breath and step back, and then step back forward. The snake itself is going to flip Livingston's body over.
You can see by his dick that it has been grabbed and twisted a few times.
Oh, trust. She's noticed that the seaweed speedo is like completely mangled.
They attacked without warning, and we did everything we could to defend ourselves. And the cat scratches. Long story.
It does. It's as weird as it looks. I am not proud of it.
We promise you we weren't lying. We set sail without knowing where we were going. But we ended up here, and we were attacked for no reason.
And dicks were grabbed. And dicks were twisted.
She stoops over and kind of cups his jawline. It seems they were speaking the truth. You rid our shores of this evil, she says as she stands and turns back to you. The snake kind of coils around her, and rests its head on her shoulder. Hmm? You said there were 3.
What?
They were 4. I was wrong. The first attack that hit me caused severe damage, and I wasn't thinking right.
But they are all gone.
They're all dead. I had made sure by my hand that they died. And they were sent to my god as she transfers their souls to the next life.
She nods. The gods do choose their times. You 3 look like shit, by the way.
We feel like it.
Perhaps
It was just an axe.
Perhaps I might ask another favor. But first,
Um, yes.
why don't you go get cleaned up?
Oh my God.
I don't need this stink to linger in my hut.
If you'll grant us a day to get cleaned up and rest up, we shall come back and see what we can do for you, if you will permit it.
She walks straight by you guys. You notice that even though the snake seems to be coiled around her completely, she walks through it easily. Back into her house. And she waves a hand. Take the time that you need. I won't be here for very long, but do return. I will need some help.
I turn to our companions and I say, shall we go back to the boat and set up camp and get cleaned up and take a rest?
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, that might be very well needed. And as the 3 of you turn to leave, you hear her dismiss everyone for the day. Community time is over. I need time to think about what this means for us. And everyone gets up, brushes themselves off, and begins to head out to do whatever it is they need to do today. Anything else you want to do before you head back to the boat?
We need food, don't we?
Yes. We might have a few rations left on the boat, but, you may not know till you get there. So I do have the map of the island and kind of where that all took place currently marked. Um, and if we are going to head back to the boats, this is about where we will be. Was there anyone you might have wanted to try to talk to? Anywhere? You guys have open reins to try and go anywhere in this town. It's probably about, I would say, 3 o'clock.
I would like to catch the nearest, or try to talk to the nearest civilian or person around me, asking him where we can possibly find food.
Okay. Food. What, what kind
Rations
of
of
food?
some sort. Do you guys have any type of grain or fish, anything that we can eat for sustenance?
Well, the fish are all fresh caught. Um, we our fishermen may be coming back in the next few hours, but as far as rice or anything like that, there is. He kind of looks you up and down, all three of you, and just sees how messed up you are, and he goes, "Perhaps my family could feed you for the day. You do look awful."
Well, we would greatly appreciate. Then we will, if there's anything we can provide you. We have very little, but we are more than willing to come to some sort of term.
Well, please, please follow me. We will see if we have anything left from our lunch. And
That is very,
go ahead.
and that is very much appreciated.
He will begin to walk up the stairs into the treetops. And head into uh, the direction that seems a bit deeper into the city itself, or the village itself. And after many twists and turns, you kind of feel like you've got a pretty good layout of the city. Um, he brings you to his home, where you find his partner um, sitting there with a giant pile of coconuts, and they are actually in the process of peeling them with a spike in the ground. Um, he motions to you guys, all three of you, and we have company, dear. Um, do we have any food left? And they nod and stop their task of peeling all of these husks. And they go inside and come out with a couple big heaping plates of not only rice, um, but of um, one word for it is meh. It's a breadfruit. I know in the Polynesian culture it's called taro, and it's kind of it's a really thick, doughy fruit that literally like just biting into it, it feels like you're biting a sponge. Um, it can be eaten a few different ways. It can be cooked. It can be straight from the plant. It can be smoked. Um, but after consuming that, you feel pretty full. Um, and they do bring out a few broken portions of pork to help get your proteins in. That was very interesting today. The Babylon. She's not typically like that. She seemed very on edge.
Why do you think she was so on edge? Is it because we arrived, or was it these attacks that she telling us about?
Well, she normally is not here. Even though she is the Babylon, she is the Detu of our tribe. She generally is out traveling all the other islands to learn and to understand what's going on in the world. But she's been taking shorter and shorter trips. Things are not going too well here. The boats disappearing, people disappearing on the water, people disappearing on the forests. Everyone is
Is
scared.
there any? Is there
People
any?
have been disappearing in the forests.
Yes, just this week we've lost two more.
Were they traveling alone?
We don't know. There's some parts of the forest that we avoid because we believe the bad spirits are there. But we don't know. They're just not here.
Is it perhaps possible these mad spirits have started migrating?
I, I don't know. I've ever since 2 months ago, the first people started disappearing. I did not feel right going in the forest. Me and my family, we do not go. I let those that are either braver or stupider go do the hunting for me. But just 2 nights ago, it was noticed that one of the children was gone.
How old was this child?
He makes a sound and motions over, and his 4-year-old son comes running up. Dad, how old is Dang it. I have a page for names in here and I can't remember where it is, and I've been looking for it for like 10 minutes.
Oh shit.
Watch, it's gonna be in the one section I didn't look in. They have names, I promise.
This is why you take photos of shit.
Yeah, this is why you be a good DM and have everything in an Excel, so...
Take photos of shit?
Your shit.
Oh, that was not the right page. Gosh dang it. Let's get a good name. The problem's more than I want to use. An actual name. All right. Insert name here. Ha ha ha. No. American name, not Filipino name. He motions to the boy. How old is Dylan? How many years? 4? I'm 4.
Where was he at?
I'm 4. No, Dylan. The boy from... And he points up into the trees, out past your guys' shoulder. Dylan. 5? 5. He was 5. Okay, go play. Go play. Okay. And they run over to all of the husks from the mound of coconuts and start cutting into them with like their little stick and drawing faces on the husk.
It's one of the faces called Wilson.
It is now. After like a couple minutes of just watching, You see the kid gets bored of it, and they like run over and pick up a rock and just try and try and try as hard as they can to throw the rock. And as they swing forward, it flies behind them.
Kai just chuckles at the kid failing and just looks at the kid's dad. You need to teach him how to throw.
He'll learn. He'll learn. As he finishes the last of his food, he brings the plates inside. By plates, I mean banana leaves. They're gonna try and reuse them. Yes. Babylon was very tense today. Oh, I didn't even. I was going to ask about being able to go to the other side of the island to get a few more goats. I'll have to ask tomorrow. Do you remember your way back to your boat?
We have a pretty good idea on how to get back.
Do you? Let's get a history check. I'm gonna roll one too.
Will I make this 3 nat ones?
A nat 20, baby.
I mean, I got a 19. What'd you guys get?
I got a 19 too.
I got 16.
16. All right, yeah, you guys actually, all three of us have a pretty.
I got
good,
a nat. Yeah.
A
Got a
pretty.
nat 20, but I have -1 for history.
Oh shit! You crit it? Okay. Yeah, you definitely.
I credited it.
Remember.
Yeah.
You definitely remember, and in fact,
I remember a few of them in certain formations, and that's how he knows how to get back. He doesn't know the way, he knows the rocks.
I'm just gonna follow the drips of blood all the way back down because we're all still bleeding pretty
That's
good.
not right, yes.
with that, he actually goes into the house and pulls out a handful of beetle nuts, and he gives you a few, and he just pops them open and throws them in his mouth and starts chewing, and motions for you to do the same. And with that, his partner is going to come out of the house with a few white sheets. Do either of you guys eat the beetle nut?
Yes.
How about Rufius? Does Rufius eat the beetle nut?
I'd like to cast Purify Food and Drink on it before I do eat it.
Okay. That's the first time that's been cast, so what does it look like?
It just spell just says like there is a bright flash within a 10-foot radius.
Okay.
And
No, you can
that's it.
describe how you want it to look. If you want to make some flavor on it.
Oh, well, in that case, I wanted everything to the all the food within a 10-foot radius and any type of drink to glow a very dull red, and then after a second, it's extremely bright and it's disappears. Like the light disappears and everything again.
Okay. And then you pop it in.
I pop it in.
With that, our generous benefactor takes another chew, and the high that comes with the beetle nuts is intensified. Um, you feel as the juice is in your mouth, um, kind of sped up, and like you could do anything. You're kind of revitalized with a bit more energy as you chew the beetle nut, and he spits, and it comes out just that bright red, and he just gives you a thumbs up and okay, good luck. Thank you for
Thank
stopping
you.
by.
Thank you for being wonderful hosts. We wish protection upon you, the gods. And then we leave.
Hell yeah. And Lorton's just gonna give a slight bow in appreciation and head um, alongside behind you. Um, along the way, as we make our way back to the boat, um, there's a few buildings that you're going to notice in particular. One is going to be a much bigger building that, even though it's getting to be later in the day, it's probably about 4:30, 5 o'clock now. You can tell that one building that's quite large is what would appear to be a school. And off in the distance, you do see another building that's rather large, but it's a bit more artistic. And you can see that the point in the roof points up the mountain, um, and follows a line up the mountain, um, up to its peak. We make it back about 30, 40 minutes later to our boat. And why don't you guys give me a perception check?
Give me a second here.
8.
Oh, not that. Oh, did I get rid of that? I think I did. Oh, I did. Why did I do
Perception
that?
check.
Yeah.
Oh, nat one.
We are not doing good today.
I feel like I've rolled pretty good so far. Except the last one.
Hold on. I thought I still had this map. Put in. the beach. Boop. There we go. Just imagine it's beached. Not one. You are pretty much your mind. You're pretty much on those buildings still. There's you have a bit of a sense that they may be places you might be interested in going. And they kind of can't get out of your mind. What did you roll for us, Kai?
8.
8. Oh no. I have a -1 on. And I rolled a 9. Okay, so that all being said, it's fairly obvious that stuff is not where it was when we landed. At this point in time, we know shit was touched, but we don't know if anything was taken besides the body of Livingston.
Important question.
Yes.
Is the cat still there?
Did you look?
Can I?
Yeah. You can do whatever you want.
So investigating.
How do you want to look for it?
Here,
Just
pussy, pussy,
going-
pussy, pussy.
Repeatedly.
Okay. Can you give me an animal handling check?
Where the fuck did it go?
Rufius, are you helping with this? Are you calling out?
Yeah, I'll help out. I'll do
Uh,
animal. I'm doing animal handling too.
No. So we'll give Kai advantage for helping
Okay.
out. Oh no. 10.
10. And that was a 7, not a nat 1.
So you walk around the boat, and there is no response.
Fuck, the cat hates us. I'm gonna go to getting dick. You find the pussy.
Well, I know that's what I'm normally good at, but maybe the cat will come back after we rest for a bit.
I agree. Oh, I really don't feel good. Lorton is going to walk over. Boop. Boop. And he is going to pull up this hatch and reveal a bunch of bedding equipment. And with that, he's going to attach a line right underneath this crossbow. And the other end of the line is going to go on this little dot as he sets up a hammock over the mesh. Oh. What a day. Oh.
I'd like to go and acquire another hammock or bedding. I would like to set it up down right next to the other hatch below it.
On the left side?
Left side, yep, right there.
Okay.
And before I climb into bed, I will ready. I will crack my sword out of its scabbard, and I will make sure it is within arm's reach.
Okay.
I
Guy is
lay.
gonna do the same. He's gonna grab some bedding, but he's going to set up on the other side.
Okay, the other side of Rufius or Lorton?
What we Rufius.
Okay. Right about there. Okay. You guys haven't even set your beds up yet, and Lorton's out. And with that, shall we all rest?
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
Long rest.
Yes. Okay. Beyond the... Okay. Let me get a Constitution saving throw from everyone.
– 16.
2.
One thing I'm good at.
Is that a natural 2 or a nat 1?
Natural 2.
What is... I don't think you'd have a 2. So on your character screen, did you hit
Yeah.
saving throws? And the number...
Yeah.
You
Plus 0.
You have a +0 in con?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're scaring me there, bro. All right, you raw dogging it with that paladin. Okay.
There's no other way to go about it. I
So,
have +4 on strength.
the waves
Charisma's
throughout
+4.
the night keep us kind of lulled into a deep sleep as our bodies recover. Kai, your eyes open right as the sun begins to breach the horizon. You are the first person awake. How are you going to start your morning?
Guy's gonna stand up. He's gonna get his bed in. He's gonna put it back in the hole. Close the hatch quietly as to not wake up the other two. And then he's gonna look where he last knew the rations were to see if he could at least eat something in the morning.
Okay. Why don't you roll investigation for me?
That is a 9.
You find a couple pieces of fish jerky and a little bit of hardtack.
Between the fish jerky and the hardtack, Kai's going to settle with the fish jerky.
All right.
But he does leave the hardtack out in case any of the other two want it when they wake up.
Okay. Is that all you want to do before?
Pretty much.
Okay. Cool. As quiet as you were trying to be, you were kind of ruffling around a little bit louder than you'd hoped. And with that, Lorton wakes up. Rubs his chest. Gets out of the hammock and stretches. And you hear his little thump, 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 as he runs to the back of the boat. Hops up on the barrels and just starts taking a piss into the ocean. Oh, I feel so much better. Oh.
I'm guessing you needed that.
Oh, you're up. Oh. He puts his junk away and goes over, sees the hard tack, and we've really used everything, huh?
Unfortunately.
We're definitely gonna have to resupply. Hopefully there's and he comes over to this chest, pops it open, and ruffles around for a little bit. And he comes up with a very small handful of beans. Well, we're about out, but that should be good enough. He's gonna hop down off the boat onto the beachfront. Go pluck a few branches or find a few dead branches. Set up a little fire. And we're actually, you know what? We're going to roll for Do I have any? Nope. I cannot create flames. Can you? You have any fire magic?
I have firebolt.
Yeah. Now here's a question. So we have been together for 2 months. Would Lorton know that you can do firebolt?
Yes.
Okay.
She used it in the first fight.
Oh, did you? I didn't remember.
That was
Oh, but I was unconscious then, so I wouldn't have known from that fight. So I would have known.
You didn't know about acid splash? Firebolt you would, because torches and shit would have been lit up on the boat. No.
Gotcha. Hey, would you? He's got all the sticks piled up together. Could you light this? Please.
Do I have to do everything for you? Kai says as he does it. You want me to roll for it?
No, that's okay. All right, with that, he'll go get a pot and start boiling some water, and he's doing his best with what meager rations we have to make us some coffee for this morning. Ooh, it's a bit cold. And as the smell
Would
of
you like
that,
me to start another fire to make you warm? Because I can simply set you on fire so that you're forever warm.
while the arid tips of the mountains might get a bit chilly from time to time, the warmth of the volcano never leaves us. La Lahone will keep me warm. Thank you.
I'm here if you need me.
And as the smell of that really weak and meager coffee drifts over the boat, Rufius, you can wake up.
And he said,
Rip the dream. Rip the dream.
I'm gutted.
He actually gone. What the heck? Hold up.
Where is he?
Or he just doesn't realize he's muted still. That was it.
Sorry, I was busy. I was dreaming of better times and prettier women. I wake up, and then I too have to use the restroom. So I stumble over to the barrel, or is that a chest? Next to the chest, and I start peeing off the side of the boat.
Right there.
And after I do that, I look around, and I see the light of the fire, and I yell, "Hey, do you have any food over there?"
We have hardtack and coffee.
Yeah.
Well, that's better than.
You see any fish from up there?
It's too dark still to see.
No, you
At this
scared us off with your
at
piss.
this time, I'd like to walk over and see if there's any limes or fruit that are floating around where we had the battle earlier, in the middle of the deck. See if there's any
Okay.
stuck in any corners.
Okay. Before you get there, I'll have you be like right here. Oh, it's too dark. Hold up your sword. Will you hold it up? Oh, piece of shit.
I
Sorry.
I will yell.
I redact that.
Okay.
It's
No.
too dark. Here, catch. And before he throws something to you, Lorton will reach down, pick up a stone off the beach, and cast light on it, and he's gonna toss it to you.
Okay.
So now you've got this stone that's lit up. You see
No.
anything
Chuck it
now?
in the ocean.
So I attempt to catch the stone.
Give me acrobatics.
I got a 7.
I'll take it. You caught the stone.
Okay.
And then give me perception with advantage to see if there's any fish.
Okay, and then so with advantage, how do I do that
So,
again? Sorry,
Roll twice, take the higher one.
yep,
roll twice, take that one. Okay, it's perception.
Disadvantage is the opposite.
yeah, perception.
Well, that sucks because they're both 9.
They're both 9? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, let me roll against it. Okay. Right as you go to look over and you hold the stone up, you think you see a brief shadow as it swims right out of the range of the light. All right. You want to keep going for the limes then?
It'd be there's something there, right? It looks like there's something that swim.
Yeah,
Yeah, I want to
there
keep looking.
might be something there.
How bright is it? Like, what's the light level? Like, is it like everything's black, or is it like?
So light, uh, the object sheds bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for an additional 20 feet.
So I can see pretty much everything within 20 feet clearly, like
Yeah,
super clearly.
yeah.
Yeah, I want to continue looking. Paranoid, but I want to be looking for.
Looking for the fish.
Yep, looking for fish.
Okay. What would you like to do to expand your search?
Actually, I want to go back and retrieve a javelin
Okay.
out of my equipment
Okay.
that is sitting next to where my bed was. And then I would like to go to the edge of the the back of the boat there in the middle and kind of hop down or kind of where that crane is at
Okay.
and get up on top of the crane and sit there
Okay.
so that I have a clear view of what's kind of supposedly a clear view of what's under.
Okay. Uh, Go ahead and now take advantage on that.
And what would that be?
Just roll that perception check again.
Perception. Gotcha. That'd be a 17
A 17.
with advantage. Yeah.
Just on the very edge of that dim light, you can see what looks like a little fin swinging back and forth.
One second. Sorry, I have a unruly hedgehog here.
You're good. You're good.
I'm not supposed to be handling him.
Oh.
We can spread stuff to him. So, as for what I would do is I would wait. I'd yell back at Lorton, and hey, I think I see something over here, but it's just on the outskirts of what I can see. So, if you want to come over and give me a hand, we might be able to get him. But I'm not wanting to risk my javelin for a mere chance.
Okay. Lorton will come back. And what can we do?
I have a bow if you want to use the bow and arrows rather than the javelin.
Would you like to come shoot it if we light up the area?
I can do that. I can buy more arrows, and you might not be able to buy another javelin.
Okay. I'm about it.
If we're getting
Kai
it
walks
set,
to where he is and just picks up his bow and some arrows on the way.
Okay.
if you two get on either
Oh.
end of the boat, I will hold the light up, and then you guys can see. I also have some torches inside my rucksack over there. If we need them, we can put them on the end where you guys are at to light up the area more.
We should hopefully be fine.
Okay.
Last resort, we use the torches and try and get something.
Or you'll find one of these sheep the natives were talking about. Goats.
It was a goat.
It was.
Oh,
All
that's
right.
not the one I wanted. Okay. I don't have a token for it. But about here is where that little tail is.
Did I see any fruit or anything on the floor walking over?
I would think you would have been more focused on looking for fish.
Okay. Okay. Do we? If one of you gets that hardtack, we can toss it in the water, like chunks of it for bait, and see if we can get them to come in.
I like it. It's a bit of a gamble, but I like it.
But no one wants to eat hardtack.
If you don't have anything else, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. He's gonna break up.
You literally looked disgusted when I said all we had was hardtack. None of us want it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And he's gonna tear up the hardtack into a bunch of little chunks. Okay, just let me know when.
Throw one piece about 5 feet off where I'm at.
He's gonna arch and throw. And with that, nothing really happens. Should I try one more?
Yes, this time get it further out. See if we can get his attention.
He'll throw the rest of the handful, which is like 15 pieces.
You idiot!
Oh, too much, too much. And with that, the fish comes up to the surface to eat.
I ready my javelin just in case.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll to hit?
Yes.
Hang on, I'm pressing all the wrong things. Fuck. I miss.
What'd you roll?
Shit it again.
5.
Okay. You miss. Since you had readied your spear throw, it's your call if you throw it or not.
Since I see her miss, I do attempt to throw it.
Okay. Roll to hit.
11.
11.
Yeah.
With the as the arrow is sent, it splashes just underneath the fish, startling the animal. And before you have the time to get the fully accurate bead on it, it flips and dives under. And right as it dives, your javelin goes through the area that it just was in. Oh, man. Now we don't even have hardtack.
Yeah, you idiot, you threw it all.
15 pieces.
I
Can I
did
attempt
throw it
to
in
retrieve my
pieces. You
javelin?
said piece it up and then throw it, and that's what I did.
We meant throw the pieces!
Well, I
One
did
at a time, not all of them at once!
At this time, I'd like to try to retrieve my javelin.
Okay. Go ahead and...
And he's going first one.
How are you gonna go for it?
I'm going to take my armor off.
Okay, that's gonna take you about 10 minutes.
Actually, never mind. I'm just going to call it a loss. I look at it and I see it on the edge of the water, or my light, and well, that one's gone.
Well, I mean, you can definitely still see the javelin. So you know the
All right.
water is less than 20 feet deep.
Alright, then I do want to take my armor off. Take that time.
Okay.
I can still see it.
Or
I'm gonna keep it. I'll keep
Titan
it.
just Titan took his bow and arrows to the floor of the ship and just dive in and go get it.
Okay.
Saves him taking his armor off.
Okay.
All right. So you are offering to take it. Go retrieve it.
Yep.
All right. I accept the offer.
Okay.
Do not take my armor.
Since we are in morning,
That's
you would definitely be able to do the dive into the water, use your movement to get down to it. You did throw it pretty hard, and it is a pretty solid spear. So can you give me an athletics check to see if we can get it out of the sand and the muddy bottom?
Please roll high.
So I have a -1.
Oh,
It's 11.
11?
11.
it's not the worst.
Okay.
At least it's not a 0.
After about 30 seconds of struggling, of twisting it and turning it and pulling it each way, it almost seems as if the coral's trying to keep it down there. You feel it start to slip out. And what is your constitution modifier?
My constitution modifier is a +3.
+3. Okay. Your lungs are starting to feel very tight. What would you like to do?
I'm going to swim back up, kind of rest one arm on the side of the boat to regain my breath, and then dive back down.
Okay. Okay. As you dive back down, so you had to let go of the spear in order to get back up to
Yep.
the surface. um, Feeling and focusing on your lungs and, oh, I can't breathe, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. Can you give me a perception check at disadvantage?
Yep. Nine.
9? Okay. Rufius, please give me a perception check.
Giving you that perception check. We're gonna have a 8.
An 8. Right as you dive back under, you'll hear Lorton go, no, 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 and his voice is cut off from the water going in your ears. Within that fraction of a second, you feel a slam into your chest.
Was it the
And-
fish?
No.
Did I get body slammed by a fucking fish?
Nope. You just got tagged and slammed by a shark. So, let's roll initiative.
Oh,
Let's roll initiative.
15.
Okay.
No, it's not 15, it's 16. I'm a dumbass and misread.
Okay.
Who's all rolling initiative?
All
Yeah, everybody?
all of us. All of us.
Okay. 4.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So, with that initial slam, the shark is going to turn quickly and try to take a bite out of you. Does an 8 hit?
And Nate does not.
Okay. Good. Good. And with that, Lorton being the only one to see it, to actually see it, he is going to
Actually do something
immediately.
productive this fight.
Yes, hopefully. Immediately, he's gonna take he's gonna hold his arm up, and this bright light is gonna just flash from his arm as he casts Guiding Bolt at first level at this shark. He rolls a 23, and the 23 hits. Dealing
Jesus Christ.
17 damage to the shark.
What the fuck?
So you actually did something this time.
Hell yeah, he does.
Yeah, he's not just dead on the floor.
So now that that shark has been hit, it is going to be glowing with a mystical dim light, and the next attack roll made against it is going to have advantage. All right. Hell yeah.
Finally.
Hell yeah, hell no.
With that, We are on. Hold on, what y'all roll for initiative? Where is Kai's initiative roll?
16.
16.
16? Oh, okay. So it is Kai's turn.
So, the guy is under the water, just got body slammed into the boat by a fucking shark. He's gonna touch around his waist until he feels one of his daggers and just pulls it out and just starts slashing the water, hoping he hits the fucking shark. Because
Okay.
man's is fucking dazed from being hit.
Okay. Uh. So being in water and swinging. Okay, I'm just as a DM.
It's
Are you
probably gonna be
sure
a
you want to
disadvantage.
go physical attack, or do you have any spells that you might be able to use?
You are a spellcaster.
I know. But if I use Thunderclap,
You could use thunderclap.
then fuck it. Thunderclap.
Hell yeah! All right. What do you need from me?
A Constitution save.
Okay. I rolled a 14. What's the DC?
11.
11. Okay. Um.
But isn't there a X-Tac has initiative? Not initiative, but
So that would have been a physical melee attack. But
okay.
fighting in the water like that would normally force disadvantage, which would have then just made it a neutral roll.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
So what's it like underwater as you cast this thunderclap?
So, the water just kind of starts shaking as it sounds like an underwater eruption happened, but
Dope.
nothing happened.
Dope. There's like a massive surge upward as the force of
Yeah.
the thunderclap goes. All right. Rufius, it is your turn. You are unarmed, unfortunately. But you do have your armor on because Kai saved you from taking it off.
You're welcome.
What would you like to do?
Well,
The montage was too easy.
what's toll? Hold on, I gotta look up a spell that I have.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Which spell is it?
Toll of the Dead.
Oh. I don't think that one will.
No, I do not have. I carefully jump back onto the main part of the boat and go and retrieve another, or attempt to. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I get to. All I can do on this turn is get to my equipment, which would be where next to where I was sleeping, which would have been right there. So I would have grabbed my equipment, sword, a shield, kind of grabbed all my stuff, and that's where I'd end my.
Okay. Do you have any other javelins?
I do, but with the range where I'm at, I'm out of range. Mine's 30 feet.
You're borderlining it.
Yeah,
I'd say you're at
but
25 feet.
I mean,
That's your throwing range. But do you want to
my
lose
throwing
another...
range.
Do you want to lose?
That's the other. That's the other aspect of it. It's like, no, I'm actually.
You can see it because of the dim light, so you would be getting advantage on it.
I want to attempt to. I'll throw one more javelin.
Okay. So roll me twice.
A 19, so a 25 and a 23.
Ooh, both would have hit. Give me that damage off the 19 or the 25.
So the 19. So that would be 11.
7 piercing damage. Hell yeah. All right. With that, we are back to the shark's turn. As this blood starts filtering in the water, it kind of writhes in pain as it moves away and then comes back to strike Cypress again. Not Cypress. Kai. Kai, that's you over there.
Wrong one.
Yep. That's you. And it's going to take another bite attack at you. Does a 23 hit?
Yep.
That is 13 piercing damage.
You are so lucky I leveled up last time.
I'm luckier, you're lucky. Okay, so with that big bite, this hunter shark just turns and grabs into your hip and thigh, and you feel it like try to shake its head, and it kind of pulls you with it, and a blood cloud blossoms in the water. With that, I actually misspoke on turnage. Now would have been Kai's turn. You rolled a 16, I rolled a 15, but I didn't see yours. My apologies.
Oh.
So how are you going to respond to this shark now tearing into you?
Now you're within range.
Now it's in range. I'm gonna grab the dagger
Okay.
and just ram it into its head because it is in clear vision.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a flat roll.
So just roll like normal.
Yep.
19!
19 hits. All right, stab that son of a bitch. Where you hitting it? How you hitting it? Give me that damage.
In the eye.
Give me that damage.
That is a 3, and it's gonna go right into the eye.
Okay. I'm going to try for that eye shot, but we don't know if we actually got it because of all the blood in the water. Right on.
It's a mix of shark blood and Kai blood.
Yep. Okay. Lorton's turn. So, there's a struggle in the water. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Fuck it. Fuck it. What is this? See what's in range. You can see. Okay. And then. Okay, so the cloud of blood is not quite obscuring him from view yet. So we're gonna do another fucking guiding bolt at first level. Oh, I hope we hit. Dirty 20.
Don't hit me.
Dirty 20 hits.
Oh.
Let's go. Okay, so 4d6 radiant damage. For... how much damage was that? 12 for another 12 damage. Blood is pouring out of it profusely. It is bloodied. And it is glowing again because of the guiding bolt. So you can see the glowing of the shark throughout the cloud of blood. That brings us to Rufius.
So I still have a few more javelins. So I want to move
Okay.
to back down to where the crane's at, just on the right side of it,
By the
against
anchor.
the edge. I want, yep.
All right.
And then I have a spell called Divine Sense. It allows me to sense anything affected by spells. Look, I can also know the location of friends within 60 feet.
Okay.
So I'd like to cast Divine Sense so I can see where Kai's at in relation to the shark.
Does that require an action?
Yes.
Okay, so as someone
Yeah, I
coming
can't
back to
use.
D&D, if you do that, you will not be able to attack because they're both
Yes.
an action.
Yes. But at this point, I'm throwing a javelin into shared territory, so
Well, so
it's a bad.
the shark is glowing, so you're going to have advantage on it.
Then I will not use sense and huck a javelin.
Okay. Roll twice. Give me the higher.
21.
21. Where are my rolls at, though? Where did you roll? 21 hits. So you can go ahead and give the damage.
Am I not? It's weird that's not showing.
Oh, I can see it.
8 on the damage.
8 piercing.
No, 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 no. That was wrong. That's wrong. Do not. That was. I hit the hit instead of the damage.
Oh.
Right, correct thing. That's a 9.
9 piercing damage. All right. Visibly, as the next spear plunges into this great shark, as the light dims, you can see that its movement is much less drastic. It's going to take another bite at Kai. And that's a 25 to hit.
Shit.
Ouch.
For 12 piercing damage.
And Kai's unconscious.
Okay. Okay. So, it being your turn next. And you being down. I'm gonna rule this one a little different than normal. Rather than forcing you to take an immediate failure, since you're unconscious, I'm gonna have you roll at disadvantage for your first death save, and we agreed that I'm actually doing that for you. Oh shit! Oh shit! Okay.
And you have to DM me what the results are.
Yes. Awesome. Ooh.
Don't fucking kill him.
Oh. Okay. I totally forgot that we were doing that. Hey, let's go. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's roll at disadvantage. A giant blob of bubbles escapes your body. And with that, Lorton starts to panic. He is going to... Let's see, we have 25 feet of movement. Okay. He is going to just shit and dive into the water. And he's going to take kind of a step to get as much momentum as he can to try and spend as much airtime as he can. So I'm gonna give an athletics check with a DC of 15 to see if I can cover 15 feet in air. Shit. Okay. So failed that. So we'll take that as the actual face value on the roll is 7. He'll cross 7 feet on the water. So that puts him about here. And just before he hits the water, you can barely hear him call on La Lahona. And he'll try to finish his movement to get to you. He's gonna take perception at disadvantage because you're in that cloud of blood. That's the first roll. 7. He cannot find you. So he'll hold his action in the water, I guess. Until he can find you. Rufius. It is now your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna pull another javelin out.
Okay.
Gee. Holy cow. Yeah, I'm gonna lob it at shark.
Okay. So it's just a straight roll.
19.
19 hits.
And damage. Maybe 8 piercing damage.
D, my friend. Tell us how you kill this thing.
As I wind back, lob my last javelin. Not my last, but the javelin that I have. I see it whirling through the air. and he goes right through the top of the head of the shark.
Dope. As the shark thrashes again, it actually bumps Kai's body and pushes it into Lorton. And the spell that was still on his lips is still active. As that thing dies, he was casting Cure Wounds to try and get you back. Because it was a lot of blood. So that's my third level 3 spell slot. And that'll be 6 hit points to you. You are out of death saves.
Woohoo!
Alright. So, you are not out of danger yet. Because you've been unconscious. And your lungs are full of seawater. What are you gonna do?
Cling on to Lawton for dear fucking life.
I'm gonna yell at Lorton to get her back onto the boat so that I try healing her.
You can yell all you want. We can't hear you in the water.
That's fine. I'm gonna keep yelling though.
So that being said, you now have Lorton grappled. Since he said you're clinging on for dear life, Lorton is gonna try to throw you to the surface. So we're gonna have opposed athletics checks.
Yeah.
We want you to fail. So
I know.
Before
this is the
you
one
start
time
drowning.
you can roll bad.
Yeah, you're drowning at this point. Okay, so oh god, it's a 5.
Oh, come on. Ugh.
And you rolled an 8, so you keep a hold of me. Oh no. Okay. So, that being said, I'm gonna take 2 rounds of your oxygen off. So you have 1 round left to do whatever you need to do. I have 2 rounds before I need air. Rufius, it's your turn again. Or no, at this point, yeah, it would be Rufius again. No, yes, Rufius, your turn.
Are we still in combat?
We're not in combat, but we are drowning, and
Yes.
we have 6 seconds to react each time.
I look inside my bag and see if I have any rope. I'm looking. I do. I have 50 feet of rope.
Okay.
So I try throwing the rope out and I tie an end off to next to my feet, and then I throw the remaining as hard as I can towards you guys.
Okay. So now there is a lifeline. We are about 10 feet underwater.
That's fine.
So we gotta get to the surface. Kai, it's your
But there's
turn.
still a lifeline.
So,
Can you give me a wisdom saving throw?
yep.
Shit.
I might not have rolled.
You roll good, but you don't need to.
Rolled. I know. That was a 3.
a 3, the panic of drowning sets in. Whatever you're going to try to do, you've got to do with disadvantage.
So, I realized grabbing onto whoever he's grabbed onto, because he can't fucking tell at this moment in time. He's just gonna let go and just try to fucking out.
Okay. So, because we've been both holding on to each other, this is going to be another opposed athletics check. And you're at disadvantage to break my grip on you. Oh, and I'm at 17. 17's the line.
Oh, fuck.
No, the -1 got you. Okay. You can't break the grip. You can't break the grip. Okay.
But can he understand what I'm trying to do? That is the question.
That is the $1 million question. And with that, next turn, if your head is not above the surface, you will drown. So you did try to move vertically. So I think he would have felt in his mind. He's just shit. We gotta breathe. And you might have kicked him in the chest on accident, but not like a hard kick. But I think he would have felt that movement, and felt you let go of him. So with his action, he is going to try to throw you to the surface again. DC 15. And that was a 16. He pushes you up the 10 feet. And he is only going to make it 5 feet up himself. I have 1 turn left. You have broken the surface and can breathe. Let me get another wisdom saving throw.
No! Slightly better than last time. 4.
Oh my god, Kai. Oh.
Hey, you can't say shit to me. I asked you to reroll, and you said, nah, it's fine.
It fits your character perfect. I'm sorry, okay?
It may fit, but...
You are still panicking from having just about drowned. You have no idea that there's even a lifeline. You're so filled with adrenaline right now that you can't even hear Rufius yelling. Whatever the fuck it is he's yelling. Rufius.
It just sounds like fucking gibberish.
Rufius, what are you doing?
I am. I'm gonna sit here and constantly yell because there's nothing that I can do to help the situation when I'm in the water. So I am going to just yell.
Yeah.
I don't have there's no option I have to help at this point.
Anything in particular that you want to yell out?
Look for the rope, you moron! Grab the rope!
Hearing something being yelled, but not exactly listening, because it just sounds like more water. It's just like, fuck the ocean, fuck the ocean, fuck the ocean, fuck the ocean!
Grab my javelins! All of them now! And the shark!
Fuck the ocean!
And as that's all getting yelled back and forth, Lorton will make another push and use his movement to get to the surface. Oh,
Grab
you're
the
an
rope!
idiot. You're an idiot.
Grab the rope!
And he'll grab onto the end of the rope. Kai, over to you. Still
So,
panicking.
hearing something being said, he's still, well, bleeding and flailing like a fish out of water, but also in the water. So he's just kind of flailing as if he's drowning, but he's also not drowning.
Correct.
But he's just screaming, fuck the ocean, unaware of his surroundings, because man's just... He was fucked. And he's somehow alive. He doesn't know why. He's just there.
Give me a perception check at disadvantage to see if you can find the rope.
Yep.
DC 14.
He doesn't find shit.
Oh no.
It went from a 19 to a 4.
No. Okay. Okay. With that, Lorton is actually he's gonna take his big meaty hand and just
Yeah.
full on slap you in the face to try to get you to calm down. He's not gonna slap hard enough to hurt you, but he's gonna just shut
Can we
up.
get a medicine check?
Shut it! Shut up!
Take the rope, and he's gonna force the rope around. He's not even gonna let you have the option of not taking it. As you're kind of stunned, he's gonna wrap it around you really quick and tie it off. Rufius!
I'm gonna start pulling.
Give me an athletics check. DC 16.
Yep, 7.
That's a 7. Kai moves like 1 square.
Better than nothing. I had a 3 with a +4 for my athletics.
Okay.
Your god really doesn't want me to live.
Now
my god's the god of trans. So like, keeping you on the verge.
It is what it is.
now that you've felt a slap and been tied up and gotten dragged a little bit, what are you gonna do, Kai? You know what? Give me that wisdom saving throw at advantage. DC 12.
It's gonna be a 3. It's gonna be a
DC
3.
12.
It's a 6.
At advantage?
Oh, wait, no, 14. I'm a dumbass.
Okay. You finally... The slap stunned you awake. You are back to your senses. What you gonna do?
So, barely holding it together, but holding it together enough to understand what the fuck is going on. The guy is just gonna start swimming in the direction the rope is being pulled.
Alright.
barely making out where the fuck the boat is, even though it's right fucking there.
Even though it's fucking
I just
massive.
tries his
We'll put you
tries his best.
on the little boat. Uh Still kind of piped up from the adrenaline. Lorton's gonna yell out, "Throw me the rope when you get Kai back up." And he is going to he's gonna dive down and try to get these spears and this
Tie it around the shark first before you dive. I will pull it up and then dive for the last javelin. Second. We'll pull from here.
He just gives you a thumbs up as he's got his head under the water trying to find the shark corpse. And he will dive down and try to pull 2 of the spears out. 15 will do it. On the first spear. 17 will do it on the second spear. And he'll come back up to the surface. You just see the spears come out point first.
Are they tied onto the rope?
No. You gotta get Kai up onto the big ship and then rethrow the rope.
Alright, whose turn is it?
Kai's.
Why is it that you're always getting eaten?
It's never a good way. It's never a good way. Why is it a good way? He's just over here crying about being eaten in the wrong way and just tries to lift himself off the boat.
Alright. You do have a giant shark bite
Yep.
out of your hip.
Yep.
So give me give me a strength check. Unless Rufius wants to help and give you advantage.
Yes, I'd like to reach down and come grab her and lift her up.
Okay. Take that advantage.
$60.
16, you made it. You are up on the big boat. Alright. For sake of brevity, the rope makes it out to me again. And I am going to dive down and try to tie it to the shark. The shark's kind of big. There's still blood coming out. We are going to make a sleight of hand check to see if I can make it up on this round. DC... I think a DC 12 will be good. Oh, fuck. So I got the shark looped, and I'm starting to feel a little twinge on my lungs. That twinge becomes a whole lot tighter. I got the two ends together. And Lorton will let go of the rope and go to the surface to catch his breath again. Oh, that's hard. And this will be the final try. He'll dive back down. And since he's on full lungs again, we'll give it to him. Gets the rope tied up, back up to the surface. And he'll start swimming back to the boat. Whew. She's on!
Right. Gonna pull the rope.
Help me out so I can help you. Help me out.
Alright, yeah. So I reach down, grab Lorton by the by his hand, and help him pull him up to the the deck of the boat.
Us pulling together, we'll be fine to clear it.
Yeah.
I don't think you understand how big that shark was. Oh man. You are.
Still
Massive
one
shark.
spear short here, fellers. So
Oh yeah. And that's actually how you're gonna help him get up, is by pulling him up on the spears.
yeah.
I'm exhausted already, man. We just woke up. I might need more of that coffee. What? Can you help patch Kai up a bit more?
Yeah, I will use my laying on of hand ability.
Dope.
Give her.
While you are doing that, Lorton's gonna take a bit of a different approach. He had a decent idea on his little swim back. He's gonna put... Go ahead.
Just the laying on of hands, I give Kai 5 health points.
There you go. Heal up 5. Staunch some of the bleeding. Lorton's gonna take the rope from you, and he's gonna hook it to the crank on the crane, and use that to pull up this fish. But we do still have to crank it. So I don't... Here, come on, grab onto this with me. It's that fish was really big. And he's gonna ask you two to come and help him.
Okay.
So the way this check will work is we're all going to roll a strength check, and then it'll be a team average. That'll determine if we can get this fish. So, strength check, just the number under your strength.
Oh, yeah, I clicked the wrong button.
I think I did as well.
Alright, I got a 15.
So we got 18 for me, 15 for Rufius, and yep, no, you got the right button, Kai. So 30, 45, 15. We are going to get the shark's body to about here before the crane snaps. All you wanted your spear, just there it is. That's a That's a really good fish, though. What do you guys want to do? How are we getting this fish?
We're gonna grab the rope and start working it back up onto the boat, pulling.
Okay,
Yep.
we'll give it one more go. One more strength check.
And if we need another rope, I have another rope.
Okay.
15.
Um,
Do we want to tie another rope to it and then pull?
if we can.
It is 50 feet of rope, so we should have plenty of it. Maybe double it up.
Maybe make it a bit easier. So Lorton and Rufius have already rolled. So if you're gonna do that, go ahead and roll with advantage. Kai.
Yep. $17.
17. Okay. So that's 35, 52 divided by math. 52 divided by 3. Averages out to like 17 and a half. That'll do it. That'll get us up at least most of the way. Yeah, that'll get us up. We can pull the fish on board. This is like, now that it's out of the water and you're like really starting to feel the weight of it, this hunter shark was probably a good 700 pounds.
We got meat now.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should take breakfast, and I don't know if we can use all that meat before it spoils. You guys want to...
We can trade it with the villagers and see if we can get some more long-lasting rations.
I mean, that sounds good to me. Are you opposed, Kai?
It bit the shit out of me. I don't care.
You can have your way with it. We just won't sell that.
We can fucking scran it.
Yeah, it tore you up pretty good.
It made it so that my hips do lie. I would never forget it.
I kind of... Oh, I never gave myself equipment. That makes sense.
Why the fuck? Ow.
No wonder why my AC is trash.
Oh my god. Is that why you died?
Probably, to be honest.
Oh my god. I thought I was stupid for forgetting that I'm a spellcaster.
I know I shouldn't be doing this all right now, but I am. Oh yeah, that makes a world of a difference. Okay, that's awkward. That's very awkward. Okay. That being said, Lorton, he's kind of like he's seeing the damage that shark did to you based on like blunt damage. So he kind of wants to see if he can pull some of the teeth from the jaw. Maybe try and use them. Does anyone else want to? Does any of you guys know how to skin and debone a fish?
I can try.
I know how to cook it.
I saw my father do it once, years ago. Bear in mind, he's like 56.
I'm I'm not too great with like animals and shit. Maybe maybe one of the locals might be a bit better suited.
Yeah, if we talk to the
We
locals, we
should
can
also ask the
make
locals
deals
if
with
they
them.
can.
All right. Well, let's at least cut a little chunk off for breakfast and get a little bit cut.
Well, at least cut it where the javelins have punctured it. Therefore, we're not damaging it more than need be.
Right. Right. He he pats himself down. Anyone got a knife?
I'll get that is.
I
Wait,
got my
there's a
sword.
dagger in the jar.
Yeah, and you actually see that that dagger went into like one of its gill plates. So it was struggling to
Oh,
breathe.
no.
It was starting to drown itself. um,
Watson, my dagger's in the shark already, if you want to use that.
I'm not the greatest with daggers, but we'll give it a try.
It's just a big knife. You'll be fine.
He's a cleric. Clerics don't use knives. What do you mean? Oh, okay. We are. he'll try to cut
Are you
around
gonna
his.
someone?
Huh? We'll try and cut around it, and we'll say that's a DC 10. Sleight of hand for him. 16. 7. Yeah, 16. He cuts around it pretty clean. Um. And in fact, the way he cuts around it, he doesn't like just pull it out. He literally cuts around it so there's like the giant chunks of meat on it still, and that's what that's what we'll cook for our breakfast. Awesome. Finally, some good food.
Finally, some good fucking food.
Exactly. So we are 2 hours and 45 minutes in. Do you guys want to take a pause and potty break here? How are you
Please.
guys feeling
Yes,
for
please.
the rest?
Yes.
Do you guys want to keep going for longer? Or are we wanting to call the session pretty soon?
I mean, we can take a break now and then continue.
I
Okay.
have like a good 30 plus minutes more after a break.
Okay. I'm cool with
But
that.
I definitely need like a 10-minute break here.
Yep, you're good. Let's
My time is indefinite. So,
get your drinks filled, get your bladders empty, get yourself a snack,
Yep.
and we'll
I'll
be
be back.
back in 10. All right, welcome back. Welcome back. So we got our big fish up. Made some nice fish steaks, not to be confused with mistakes. Though I've made a few of those, and I've
I'm
spent
gonna
the
try.
who do you guys think we should give it to?
I say we give it to the one who
The
well
gentleman who fed us.
fed us. Yes.
He gave
Yeah.
us.
He gave us food, he welcomed us into his home.
I
He
think
told us a bit about the land.
we go talk to him and see what we could barter with. We can give him, let's say, half, and we trade the other half
We can
and
try.
work it through him.
Yeah, we can see what we can do. You gonna be okay to walk? He looks at Kai.
I should be fine, but I think it's the adrenaline talking. Maybe when we're in town we find painkillers. No, another sort.
Well, okay. He did give us a few extra of these, and he's gonna toss you another beetle nut.
Kai
I
takes it
might,
with no hesitation and is numbing.
that edge is gone, and the anxiety is melting away. Gotta love addictive substances.
Sweet life.
All right, let's head in, I guess. Was there anything else you wanted to do back here at the boat before we head in?
Am I still bleeding?
No. No. Between the cure wounds underwater and the laying on of hands, that would have staunched, I believe, your blood loss. I would expect to be like incredibly sore, and like your body's faced a lot of blunt trauma in that fight.
Yeah,
I want
I was gonna cast mending on my own clothes to make it seem less like I was bit.
No, yeah,
so
definitely.
maybe Kai should stay here and watch over the shark while we go get the the villager. Therefore, nothing walks off with it while we're absent. Or
Yeah, I can do that.
and then you can rest up on the boat here.
Okay.
Please and thank you.
How are you looking, Kai, on overall health? Are you still really low, or are you kind of? How are you feeling?
I'm somewhat, I'm somewhat in the middle. I'm not too beat, but I've had hits taken out of me.
Okay.
Uh, I mean that sounds fine with me. It's just it's he looks up at the sky. Still really early in the day. It's the sun's been up for like 30 minutes at this point. That coffee is definitely cold.
Are you needing a coffee break? Is what I'm hearing. Take a break to use the restroom.
A little bit. A little bit.
You need some strong coffee,
Yeah.
not the weak shit he made for the beans.
Hey, hey. That weak shit is what gave me the strength to get to you, okay?
Yes, but I can still call it weak shit because we fought against each other. At least I think it was you. It could have been the shark. I don't know.
Oh no, that was me. That was me.
You guys playing grab ass in the water instead
You're
of
weak as
out of the
fuck.
water.
I'm just glad that we all got out. Because that could have been a lot worse. Well, if you'll excuse me, he's gonna go relieve himself again. uh, and then he'll get his day pack ready to go. Um, you ready, Rufius?
I have all my gear, minus the rope that's holding the shark to the back of the boat. So I think we should hurry off, because we still have to go meet their leader, who says she's not going to be around long. So probably should make this quick.
Agreed. Agreed. And with that, we head off in the direction of yesterday. And since we rolled so well on memory, um, it takes us honestly a little bit. We're a little bit faster. It only takes about, well, before we get to that, where do you think we should go? Should we go to where do you think? I don't know where this guy will be.
Well, since it's so early in the morning, I'd kind of expect his family to be at home. They were talking about going for some goats, but I'm hoping they haven't left yet. So maybe we try catching him at his house.
Okay. It takes us about 20 minutes over the 40 it took us last time to get back last night. As we approach, we do see smoke coming from their makeshift chimney in their little hut, and their partner is out. The mound of coconuts is only bigger and bigger, and the amount of husk is it's actually pretty clean this time. You can see on the opposite side of the yard, they're actually taking a lot of the husk and breaking down the fibers of it and using it to kind of weave kind of rope from it. What do you do?
I call out to his partner. Say, good morning. Sorry, we did not catch your name yesterday. My name is Rufius. What is yours?
My name is Ter, he says.
Hi, Ter. This morning, we were able to kill a giant shark, and we are looking to make a few trades. Offer your family some of the meat for helping us out yesterday. Is this something that you were able to help us with?
I want to say yes, but how how big was this fish?
This it's massive. The massive looks like a shark, a massive shark.
So he's gonna stand there, and he's kind of how do you say this in the kindest way? Um,
Not the brightest.
he's kind of a frog-like person in that he's really kind of short and squat and wide. Um, and he holds up his hands and goes like this, and then like he's trying to gauge how big the fish is gonna be by spreading his arms out to you. Just tell me when.
In relation, this is a How big is the shark in relation to the guy's house or hut?
Uh,
Shelter.
let's put it this way. If you're looking at the map, so the token is pretty relative to its size. So it's about a 10-foot shark.
Then at that point, I would distance myself um, about 10 feet from me to his partner and say, about the distance from me to you.
He looks at the ground between us. Oh. Oh. And he turns around and walks back into the house. And his partner comes back out. So this is the guy that initially brought you to the home. Ter said, "You have a fish you want to do something with?"
Yes, this morning we were able to kill a large fish. It's about the distance from me to kind of where you're standing at after I kind of view the distance and move myself to the proper
That's
relation. We have it down next to our boat, and we'd like to offer you some of the meat and see if you can help us barter away the rest for some well needed supplies that we are lacking.
this fish. This is a big fish.
Yes.
This is more than my family can eat.
Yes. That's why we are offering you a portion of it so that you can keep what you want and barter away the rest as for your needs, and that the portion, our portion, will be bartered away for what we need.
Perhaps, perhaps you do things differently where you come from. But here, that fish can feed all. The people would celebrate. It's not often a big fish like this is caught.
I turn and look at
I
my
see why.
companion and ask, what do you think we should do?
Before Lorton has a chance to answer, Rufius, not Rufius, you're Rufius.
Yes.
Bohal will just motion. Come, come, come. We must see the Babylon. We must see her. And before you've even said anything else, he's already walking past you up to the stairs. Back into the treetops.
I turn around and put my hands up like, what?
Lorton just shrugs. I don't know.
You take the lead, Lorton. I have a weird feeling about this.
So he'll just go and follow him, follow Bohal, back to Babylon, Carlahone's house, and As you get there, no one's there like they were before. The only person in or around this hut is the Babylon. And in fact, she is outside, as Bohol is calling her. And that shadow is, for lack of better wording, helping cut wood and make sure it's split fine and stacked up against the home. Babylon! Babylon! Those people from yesterday, they've got something for us. And she turns. Oh, Bohol. What? Yes, they've brought something for us. How close are you following?
I'm pretty close.
Pretty close.
Yeah, like within like if I would take my arm out with my sword, like it would be like I can poke you in the back with my arm fully, like I'm 3 feet behind,
Um.
if that.
Okay. So he's gonna motion to you over his shoulder. He said they caught a big fish in the marina. A big shark. Um. And he's gonna step the distance away from you, the size of the fish, and this big. She's gonna turn to you, Rufius. Is this true? You caught a
Yes,
fish?
yes, it is. Well, caught, another word, but we have killed a fish this big.
We are gonna cut this scene and go back to Kai. Kai.
Oh no.
You thought you were out of it.
No, I did not.
Okay. Can you give me... Well, what are you doing on the boat? What are you doing on the boat? Now that we're
Well,
gone.
Guy's currently resting up against a barrel, just looking at a side. Just trying to see just how bad the shark bit him.
Oh, there are fresh, like bright red, fiery red teeth mark. And its jaw span would literally go from about mid thigh up to the lower part of the rib cage. Like, it took
Oh,
big bite. Um,
two big fucking bites. Um,
and like you can see a lot of it is already starting to turn dark blues and purples as the bruising is setting in.
Guy's just looking at it and is just in his head. He's just going, "Well, that's a fucking bitch. That's gonna hurt in the morning."
That it will. So just checking our wounds.
Yep.
All right. Can you give me a perception check?
Nine.
9. So about this time, the marina is actually getting a lot busier as fishermen are getting ready to head out to sea, to go check the traps, to go. Some are actually deep sea fishing, others are more free diving, trying to find giant clams to bring home for food. Um, and it's all part of. And some are coming down to the marina just to work on their boats to make sure that they are going to stay seaworthy. Um, ba, ba. That is a bad place to roll. Can you roll me a d20?
Yep. Shit. 4.
4? Alright. Can you roll me a d6?
I don't like where this is going. 4.
4 again? Alright. Uh, as you look around and see all of these different people coming down to the boats, there's about 12 other boats here at this time. And you get an inkling there's probably more that are already out on the water that you might have missed in your sleep. Three men, the 3 men that approached you guys when you initially docked, happen to be coming towards your boat. And as they're about 50 feet off, the guy in the lead whistles at another boat, and another guy joins them. And they continue to approach the boat. What would you like to do?
Seeing them approach, Kai just kind of adjusts his clothing to become more presentable as he stands up from the barrel, using the barrel to, stand up, and just kind of walks over. And with a bit of confusion, he shouts over to them, "Good morning! Can I help you?"
Good morning. Good morning. Um, there were some reports of a lot of loud noise very early this morning, and they thought something might have been happening to the boats, and we've been going and checking all the boats. We just wanted to make sure. Is everything okay?
Oh, aye. Everything's fine. May have gotten bit by a shark, but I'm alive. It's fine.
Excuse me?
So, we were trying to fish. One of my travel buddies flew a javelin in. We missed. I dove down. Got body slammed by a shark. Shark then bit me. We started fighting the shark. I got bit again. Passed out. Woke up. Next thing I know, I'm on the boat, and we have a shark body.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to see the shark?
That would be wonderful. You don't look like you were bit. Can you roll another d20 for
Guy
me?
just found. Oh, okay. 12.
Okay. Noted. Um, but you said there was... You still have the shark?
Kinda, yeah.
Where?
I just kind of looks back double checks that the shark is attached to the boat. Over here. He kind of just uses his thumb to point over his shoulder.
The camera pans back to the view of the shark, and just all four heads look around you. Oh,
It's a big fucking shark. You can't miss it.
that was here?
Yep. It's now dead. So it's no longer here.
May I check it, please?
Sure. The shark wasn't important, was it?
We'll see in a moment. As he crosses the boat. Using Cypress again. Right about as he crosses here, you see he starts to fall over. He doesn't start to fall over. He actually falls over. And
No.
you hear this as the cat darts between his legs and jumps off and comes over to its favorite little resting spot. He falls flat on his ass in front of his little buddies. Okay,
Oh my god.
I was not expecting that. And they all just start laughing at him.
I couldn't help but also laugh along. Just runs on through his fucking damp hair and just like, so the cat went.
Yep.
Wondering where the bastard went. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I didn't know you did it.
No, well,
Other than you falling.
and like he kind of looks at his hands, and where he fell, he hit something weird on the wood, and like he's got a giant gash down his thumb and into the meat of his palm.
Oh no! Oh shit!
It's too early for this.
Guy just kind of sees the blood and is just like, I'm the wrong member of my party for this. I can fix clothes. That's about it.
It's it'll close up as he's like checking the range of motion on his thumb to see that he didn't really fuck himself up. He makes it the rest of the way, and all four of them are there just looking at this shark. They look it up and down. The spear holes, the fins. They even like kind of prop open its mouth, and they stop at its eyes, and you can visibly see a bit of a shudder from them. And they turn around. And
Is everyone okay?
that thing should not have been here. We've not seen that kind of shark in a long time. What are your plans with it?
Oh well, the other two of the party Rufus and Lawton, they are currently talking to the head of your tribe, I believe, and they're going to see about possibly trading it. Because this is way too much to feed us. It's just three of us. If they have any other plans, I either are still panicking over being bit by it, or I just wasn't listening.
Well, the village could certainly use the meat. And he just shudders. That thing is not natural.
I
They,
can assure you that being body slammed by it is not fun.
well, I'm
And we
glad.
are both also not moving from this spot and encountering it. You might want to let everyone know that sharks are here. The big
Yes.
ones.
Well, perhaps with your help, we will eat well for weeks. If more show up.
Guy just kinda laughs, kinda hoping that he never has to see one again. Or get into the water willingly again.
I I understand. And with that, we will cut back to Rufius and Lorton and the Babylon. You caught a big fish. Is this true?
Yes, yes, it is.
She
There's way too
motions.
much meat for just us.
Go ahead.
The fish, like we said earlier, is about from me to you, and it is quite large. There is, according to some of your citizens here, your town's members, they say that there's enough meat that it can feed the whole town. And so we have come up to see what we are able to either trade or work a deal where we can provide this meat to the town and acquire some long or some well needed supplies that we have been lacking from our long journey.
I will not promise such a thing until I've seen the fish.
Would you like to accompany us down to our boat and you can see for yourself?
Yes, please. And as you start to turn away, um, you see her turn her head to her shadow and kind of tilt her head, and in like a come on motion, and almost faster than you can see, does that spirit come with her. You make it to the marina with no interruptions. At this point in time, the foreman, who just got this shit scared out of him, has already boarded the boat and looked at the shark. And apparently he's been talking about it because more and more people have been happening to stop by or walk past the boat, even though You fully, Kai, you fully know that their boats are on the other side of the marina, and there's no reason for them to walk over here. And at the side of the Babylon, they know something's up. And as the Babylon approaches the ship, she asks the three of you, "May I board your ship?"
You may.
And she steps.
Tara just gives a warning about the cat also darting across randomly.
I see. Your beast, seems to be asleep at the moment. Where is the fish?
You will find the shark at the very back of the boat. Just kind of hobbles over to where the shark is, kind of leading her to where it is.
And from halfway across the boat, she gets that good look at it. And she approaches the shark. And with her hand, she goes through and traces a lot of the major contours and details as she's whispering under her breath. She finishes where she started, near the mouth. And turns to you. This fish, it is not normal for this area. Our island does not house this species, let alone this size of this species. This fish will feed many. And it seems I owe you. Twice you have helped my people. Perhaps the gods have sent you here to help us.
I do not know about all the gods. My god has sent me, and I have have arrived here. My travels.
She will turn to the crowd of men and women seafarers. If you need to check your traps, please do so. If you have yet to lay your traps, please go home and tell your families to get ready for a celebration. Tonight, we all will feast. And with that, the crowd cheers. And, about, at this point, it's about 30, 40 people 8 of which go about their boats with a renewed vigor. You get the sense that they're excited. This doesn't happen that often. Everyone else straight out the marina, and they scatter amongst the village. Um, and as they've all left, it pains me to admit this, but there have been happenings, and I do not know what is going on. We've had people go missing. A lot of people. Men, women, children. They're just gone.
No signs, nothing, just gone.
The only thing that is consistent is that they've all been in the forests. The spirits of the forest seem to scream in anger, in agony. It is almost becoming taboo to travel where we always were. We've also noticed that livestock goes missing. Sometimes outright. Sometimes we find the carcass in trees. I believe we do need your help. And with that, we will end tonight's session.
And it's funny, because right as the session ended, I remembered why Kai is traveling.
Go on and roll perception.
Why is Kai traveling?
Fucked up. And he wants to fix it.
Yeah.
You know, you can never fuck down, though.
Nah, that's his job.